Hey guys, Chakra197 again, this time with a review of the 1/144 scale high-grade Universal Century Gryphios war set from the Zeta Gundam and Double Zeta Gundam series. And because this is a special edition kit, it's also going to require a little bit of a special review. This review will be split into 4 parts, 1 part for each of the kits individually, and then 1 part for the entire kit as a whole. So, let's get started with the most striking one, the gold-coated Hyaku Shiki. Now, because of course this is a special edition kit, the kits are molded in slightly different colors. Now, this is the Hyaku Shiki from the Mega Bazooka launcher set, and that means that this actually isn't a kind of like mirror-plated kit like the old ones from G Gundam, for example, but it's more of a matte finish, which also means that this kit won't attract fingerprints from all over the room, which makes it actually a lot easier to handle. I mean, I think this even shows less fingerprints than a normal model, which is quite surprising, really. So, the gold coat is slightly lighter than the one from the Mega Bazooka launcher, and this purple here is kind of a dark blue. The red is more vibrant, a bit darker as well. The gray is pretty much the same, I think. And, well, that's all for colors, so let's get on to the stickers. It only comes with one normal sticker, the black for his eye cameras, but you don't see his eyes, which means that not only does Quattro himself wear sunglasses, but so does his mobile suit. Nice. Now, it also comes with some rub transfer ones for his Hyaku, which of course means 100. Hence the mobile suit's name, Type 100. You also get this special sticker sheet, and with various symbols, HGUC symbols, Argama, and if you don't like using the rub transfer ones, you also get some normal peel-off ones for the Hyaku. But of course, let's face it, the rub transfer one is going to look a lot better. So, you're probably wondering what could possibly go wrong with a very nice chrome-plated kit. But before we get into that, let's go with something a bit better. The nub marks. As you might have seen with my G Gundam review, those kits were horrible when it came to nub marks. Well, that's definitely not the case with the Hyaku Shiki. For the most part, they made sure that they used undergating, which means that you cut off, well, that the tree is located underneath the part, so that you only see it a very little bit, like you might be able to pick this up. Yeah, you only have very, very minor nub marks. There are a few ones that are more visible, like the one here on his upper arm, but that's about all, so very nice. And unfortunately, there's always a little bit of a downside for each kit. In this case, it's the somewhat weird articulation, and it starts with the head. Normally, the head would be on a ball joint, but this head is on a peg, which means that it goes up, down, also side to side, all the way around, but no wobbling. And this is one of the very, very few kits that I know of that has a peg for a head. I think the old Gundam Sentinel kits had pegs as well, not quite sure, but those are the only kits I would think of that have pegs. And, as in a bit of irony, these wing binders here are on ball joints. Yeah, so these wing binders actually have a lot more articulation than the head. And also this little wing, I guess this would be, because Hyaku Shiki was of course supposed to be a transformable mobile suit, also has a little bit of articulation. Now the arms, because of course this is a kit from 1999, no forwards and backwards movement, will kind of turn around all the way if the wing binder doesn't get in the way. This little flap here moves out so that you can move the arm out about that far, The elbow is just on a single joint, moves up about a bit more than 90 degrees. And, well, this also is a sign of the age, because as you can see, this part doesn't completely cover up the very obvious hollowness of the arm, which kind of kills the illusion that this would be a giant robot. Yeah, this is just very unfortunate. I mean, if I just made this longer, it would have looked a lot more mechanic. Now, the hands, same problem as the head, they're not on ball joints, and every single contemporary mobile suit I can think of has ball joints at that time. Though, the 8MS team kits, I think, all have pegs, so I guess you could kind of understand this, but then again, those were no grades, this is a high grade. Yeah, they might have considered making an upgrade, but so be it. So the hands go a little bit up, a bit more down, and we'll just rotate around, because it's on a peg. Now, waist articulation, bit side to side, not too much, so the upper body is kinda disappointing, really. The lower body does make up a little bit for that. Legs go out about that far, which is nice for the time. Backwards about that far until it hits the back scud. And forwards, if you fiddle with the side scud a little bit and pull it out a little bit, it will go out like that, which is a lot better. I mean, now we're talking about articulation. Also, front skirts are molded together and cannot be separated. Well, I guess you could separate them, but then they would just fall out. And the knees are, I guess you could say, kind of surprisingly double jointed and give him a very nice range of movement. So legs will go side to side like that. Oh, the feet go up like that, down like that, side to side a little bit, and we'll turn around only a little bit like that because of the way it's constructed. Like this part is connected to the leg, and then that's inside of the feet. And just gotta push that back in, and now let's get on to his accessories. First of all, he comes with an extra trigger finger hand with his beam rifle. Simply peg it out and peg this one in. And as you might notice, the hand is at a slight angle. And that means that his rifle does look quite awkward when he's just holding it like that. It looks better when he's like trying to shoot it. And it doesn't look all that awkward, but just standing there in a neutral position makes him look very awkward. Now, there is a reason why it's in such an awkward sideways pose, and that is for his clay bazooka. Because of course this big backpack here, well, the big cartridge, I suppose that is, makes it so that the bazooka has to be at an angle. And also because of the way the entire thing is constructed, you can only use it like under the shoulder. But then again, I think he only ever used it in this position anyways. So yeah, that's the reason the hand, well, the peg is kinda at an angle. But you know what could have also fixed that? A ball joint. So yeah, and if you don't want him to hold the bazooka, you can also store it on the backpack. You can connect it either on the left side, on the right side, or on the right side. Which means that if you have a Shuzram DS or a Rig DS, you can take that bazooka and also attach it on the backpack. And I don't know if it's because of a difference in kit, but these do look identical, but this one is a lot more secure than this one. This is a lot more floppier, whereas this one is a lot more secure. Maybe it's just they used, I don't know, because of different color. Yeah. So, oh yeah, last accessory is two very nice clear yellow beam sabers with the handle also in clear plastic. Now, well, this time there is a bit of a pro and a bit of a con, because of course this is a very nice chrome kit, and well, if you're going to paint it, you'll probably have to put a lot more effort into it. So for the average Gunpla builder, this might actually be a bit of a problem because it's a lot easier to just paint a beam than paint chrome. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. Now you also get these two handles here on his back. They are removable and are molded separately, but they don't have a hole for a beam. So I guess you could always cut this off and super glue it on there, but yeah, then you would have only one beam on here. Well, only one beam saber on here. Oh yeah, these you have to remove his top torso to remove these beams, to remove the beam sabers, which is also a good thing because they won't fall out if you hold them upside down. Now, the Hyaku Shiki also comes with one last kind accessory, and I say kind because it's not an accessory for the Hyaku Shiki itself. It comes with one pair of trigger finger hands, one pair of open palm hands, and one pair of closed fist hands. And these happen to be the exact size for the Gundam X, Gundam Wing, and G Gundam models. You know, the ones that come with those horrible, ugly hands. So, if you buy the Hyaku Shiki, you can give your old Gundam X kits a little bit of extra flair with these hands. I gotta say, they do look amazing. I mean, if you compare them to the old hands, these, well, yeah, the comparison isn't necessary. It's so completely different and way better. Actually, the weird thing is, I don't remember any kit ever using these hands as part of the kit itself. I mean, I don't remember any of the Gundam Wing models using them, none of the Gundam X models use them, and I don't think any of the G Gundam kits use them either. So, I really wonder which kit uses these hands. And, well, I do also recall HLJ having this service where you can order like just the sprues for the model kits, so if they also allow you to order polycap sets, well, PC 120 might be a very interesting polycap set to get because you get like 6 hands for your Gundam Wing model, and you also get 2 of these ball joint neck joints. So you could try to mod out some of your older model kits. Gotta keep that in mind. Now, because it's part of a set, I can't do my do you want to buy this just yet. So let's just go with a quick rundown of the pros and cons of this particular piece of the set. One major obvious pro is the gold plating, and well, it's a bit unfortunate to say, but I do feel that this gold plating makes up for a lot of this kit's faults. Mainly being kind of awkward articulation. These elbows really break the image of this being a giant robot as opposed to a plastic kit. Yeah, it does suffer from age a little bit, but like I said, the chrome really makes up for this, and when you just put it on your shelf, it's going to look amazing. It's shiny, and let's not forget, the rub transfer decals were actually quite a surprising bonus. So let's do a little bit of a size comparison with the Delta Plus and his arch nemesis, the Cubile. Now this might make the Hyaku Shiki look like only an average sized mobile suit, but here is a normal sized gym, and you can see that the Hyaku Shiki is a pretty big mobile suit. So that's it for part 1, and see you at part 2.